How are you guys doing? Post down below if you guys are still playing Phantom Parade, especially on the global version. So I haven't covered the global version in a little bit here because I've been sick and all that stuff, but I'm pretty much back to normal. And one of the cool things that's happening is that we do have a bunch of summons that are going to be available. So that is really interesting. I remember that, one of the main things that people were wondering about or were concerned about is whether for New Year's, like what they were going to do, like what were we going to get? Were they going to be doing the, Teen Gojo and all that stuff? They did tell us a while ago that that wasn't coming, according to the mods over on Discord. I didn't report on the last couple of things with that, but anyway, they did tell us that wasn't happening, and they're not even in the files. They don't know when they're going to come, but they were added to the files in the last update. So kind of a weird situation to be in, but regardless, one of the things that we do know, while we don't know the banner schedule, one of the things that we do know is that they will be giving us all these summons. So we're going to start off with that, and then we're going to transition to talking about the upcoming, what I think could be coming soon, right? I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you subscribe. About 80% of viewers aren't subscribed, and once again, make sure you subscribe if you're not part of that group. Also, if you play Solo Leveling or Rise, or if you don't play that game, now is the perfect time to get started. You can, down below in the description, you guys can go over to a beginner guide. That's easily one of the best and most free-to-play gacha games out there right now, in my opinion. Netmarble, crazy, I know. They're not typically very generous, but they are incredibly generous with that game. So I do recommend you guys checking it out. All right, so Phantom Parade. Let's talk about it. A total of 70 gacha chances, year-end global event or edition special rewards will be distributed soon. Thank you for all your unwavering support. Oh yeah, totally unwavering. Right? We're not mad at all. So here's what they're doing. They're giving 50 gacha tickets, 30 AP supplementary packs, and free gacha chance once per day, 20 days in total. So that last little bit, to make sure you guys understand, they're giving 5 multi-summons worth of tickets. They are also giving 30 AP supplementary packs. So that's actually pretty substantial. That's pretty substantial. Given how stamina hungry this game is, that is incredibly substantial. It's not as like much of a mandatory thing as it was a little bit ago, where we had like all the events ongoing, but I'm sure they're going to create some situation where we need a bunch of AP packs again, but it's also regardless still nice to have. And then for the last bit, if it wasn't clear, you're going to be able to log in and once per day do a single summon. That's what you're going to do for free. You're going to do a free single summon every day for 20 days in total. That's going to be 20 summons. You're going to get the 50 summon from the tickets, and that's a total of 70. So quick thing I recommend with the tickets, do not spend them. Yeah, weird, I know, right? Don't spend them. What you're going to want to do with those is, because they're general gacha tickets, what you're going to want to do is wait until the pool is updated. However, I will say if you don't got that kind of patience, then don't do that. I don't know when the pool will be updated. Typically, it doesn't get updated very often on the Japanese side, but the global side is an entirely different beast. I don't know what the plan is with that, but it may be a couple months out, maybe a few months out. You may not even be playing on whatever account you're playing on right now in a few months. I don't know. But yeah, so just basically don't spend them. It's weird, but don't do it. Unless they update the pool already, which I don't think they're going to do. But yeah, so anyway, the rewards will include the gacha tickets, and then once per day, 20, 30 AP. I assume you're going to get these as soon as you log on. I'm not sure. If anybody is on the Japanese version, please let me know if they're also getting that, or if that's a global first or exclusive thing. I'm pretty interested in that. I'd assume it's not, but regardless, I want to see like how much of a dichotomy there is between versions. By the way, if you didn't see, I did start playing the Japanese version as well. Somebody asked me if I would be covering still global. I will still do global content as I see fit, but it's been fun to cover the Japanese version a little bit. So all right, let's shift over and let's talk about the Japanese version a little bit more, and kind of how things were and a little bit of the release timeline. So what you're seeing now is global launch, or Japanese launch, excuse me, and some of the events that they had ongoing at the time. Homesick Horizon gacha, we obviously got all this stuff here. The what is that, the 1 million players achieve guaranteed SSR ticket right there. Junpei, the Gojo camp thing, we had all that stuff. That's fine. We move into December of last year, and that's when this released. By the way, it just officially got its first rerun. I believe it's the first rerun on the Japanese side. I think Yuta, if you were to log on right now, Yuta is live right now, so you could go ahead and grab him. So there's that. So, but that also means that if you didn't grab Yuta, all you got to do is wait 1 year. He'll be back. You know, you may have to wait like 6 months because I mean, at the rate that Global's been going at, they may have this 1 year stuff by like 6 months. I don't know. So anyway, around December 15th is when Yuta dropped. Geto followed that, of course. Here is Megami. He jumped the schedule on Global, of course. And then after that, this is the stuff that they had, this New Year paid gacha. So New Year's last year, they dropped a paid gacha. I'd assume they're going to do something similar here as well. I guess Megami was the New Year character. Megami was basically the New Year's character because he dropped on December 28th. He was basically their New Year's character, while there wasn't really something specific for Christmas. They kind of just had this stuff ongoing for a few months, it looks like. No, the date's kind of backwards, right? Yeah, the date's kind of backwards. So not a few months. Yeah, they had this stuff going on until the beginning of January. But yeah, there wasn't really like a specific Christmas thing. It looks like that was more or less New Year's. All right, so here is how things looked in January. This is the update to grade enhancements. We've already got that as well. So that's how you know we're kind of ahead of schedule. They started getting the double drops campaign. We've also got that one too. This Yuji already came out. He actually came out alongside another character who is not even showing up yet in our list here. There's a gacha for Nanami here. What is this? A pickup gacha? Is that for that memory specifically? Of course, if that's the case, then no, we don't want that. There is a map event there that we didn't get. By the way, I'm not really talking much about any sort of events. Chapter 10 came out here as well in January, January 29th. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. He came out a month later. Like, this guy is so early on Global. It's crazy. It's crazy how early he is on Global. Hollow Purple there. Still haven't even seen, for example, either the Momo. She's going to pop up soon. 4 million player rewards. Powerful, formidable enemy here. That's fine. More story content. A pickup gacha for these two. Oh, that's not bad. They're basically the same except physical and Jujutsu, so that's good. Here is what's his name? Kamo, right? His event here. That's fine. And here's their releases. I hear that he's not very good. He's actually hidden. They're not going to do his individual banner. He's hidden on the Momo banner as a non-featured character, so you could technically get him. You just have a low chance of doing it. But here's Momo. So, like, we're still not seeing anything specific that they don't have yet on Global, which is kind of funny. Aside from events, because this should have came out. This should have came out, but it's not. And then also these gachas for memories, but I don't think people really typically care about that. I guess I could also say this powerful, formidable enemy or whatever it's called. The story event here, another one that we don't have. 1,000 days, 100 days since release, 300 kaiju or 3,000 kaiju. Another pickup gacha here for memory, but this is actually the release of that Nobara, so that's another character that we'd be looking for going forward. I'm not really trying to do like a full on. I'm not planning to do the whole thing. I was just trying to see when the next big release is that could be New Year worthy. But I guess at this point, like, here's some Toto stuff. Like, I guess at this point, it kind of doesn't really matter. What I'm seeing is that the next big release, and this is what you should expect or maybe even have known, Mahito here, some Toto stuff. That Yuji is pretty fun. Basically, the next big release is hidden inventory. Like, there's not really. So, you know what? I was wanting to see if they would do something different for New Year. Unless they said they're not going to. So since they're not going to, there's not anything specific that I would be looking for in that bracket. The immediate characters that will be popping up soon after would be like that Nobara we looked at. But the rest of the other characters, since we got like a few at once, basically within the span, we got so many characters in such a short window that they're so ahead of schedule that I don't really know what they'd be trying to push out. Is it the Nobara? Is it the Yuji again? Is Kamo actually going to get his individual banner? Are they going to do that by chance? Is it going to be the other Toto? Like, what are they trying to do? But New Year's, I think, is going to more or less just be things like that guaranteed or that paid gacha that we saw, the summons that we're getting that we talked about in the beginning of the video. It doesn't look like there's going to be a new hype character, which, you know, I wanted to see if they would do something, but I'm actually not opposed to them not. Like, it's not a bad thing that they're not, because they've already dropped so many characters. So, oh man, I'm tired. My bad. So I think that's mostly everything then, because I mean that's right about where we're at. I mean, in the middle there, you guys are gonna see. You saw a little bit of the next outline for the next at least a few months here as well. Grade ups, more chapters, PvE content coming out in here, and a bunch of filler banners. You know, they could really skip like these filler banners as well. Like what Desperate Struggle, like they could skip some of this stuff. Is this the initial release of this memory? Like, I think they can skip some of this stuff if I'm being honest. But all right, guys, hope you all enjoyed the video. Like I said, that Japanese version video I put out earlier today is up, and you can click it on your screen right now. Make sure you click it, and I'll see you all over there. All right, also, the solo leveling, I do recommend you guys play it. The guide I put out also on the screen.